almost calling Oprah out as somebody who's, passing the torch to a younger, singer, shall we say. We won't necessarily go into too many names, but where do you stand with Oprah and her involvement with Diddy, the cabal, all of this? Is she a central point within all of this?
Well, I want to see if I can pull something up right quick.
Now,
all right, go for it.
Before she says anything, I want to make it clear. Over here at I Am Savvy Mike TV, we are just commentating, reacting, and criticizing anything Ms. Jaguar Wright says. We do not know if any of this is fact or not. We don't know. Okay? So whether it's true or not, I don't know. Just got to make that clear.
So I can see
That's right.
For that. Absolutely.
Well, I'll just add an allegedly to Ron's question.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Allegedly.
I'm still like, but don't fuck with Jaguar though. Don't fuck with that. Don't fuck with her because like that's a little too much. But wait a second. But if she's being
this is Jussie Smollett.
If she's telling the truth, then what do you mean? How are we supposed to just?
Well, the very same people that are saying don't fuck with her, they're saying that because they can't fuck with me. So you got to understand there's an added bonus that a lot of people ain't looking at. I'm more talented than every last one of those motherfuckers.
How about that? Listen,
and if I actually try to make all of that bullshit that I disgusted work, I would have been better at it than all of them, and they know that. See, the people that are happy being quiet are the people that are praying I never get a shot because they'll disappear. No different than when Chris Brown gets on stage with any other male performer, they disappear in real life. That's what I do.
But we are run by mediocrity, though.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. No one wants to compete with real talent. And guess what? Real talent gets a real say. And look at all of the people with real talent that just went.
Yeah.
One way or the other.
Yeah.
I
they will try.
Why.
They will try. People think that it's as clear cut. It's like, oh, there's some white man, like in the Billie Holiday story, there's some white man with a needle with some drugs.
No, it's not that.
No, it's done through our people. It's done through our people. And it's very strategic in the way
elegant.
that it's done.
It's a very elegant design.
Yes, and it's an upper echelon thing where you become, where it's like, oh, try this, try that, try this, like going to parties. Oh, there's rolled blunts being passed around as cocktails as if it's hors d'oeuvres, but you don't know what's in those blunts.
That's why they called me a narc back in the day when I used to go.
Okay.
I wonder who that was.
Listen. Don't Facebook mum post me with you give me half a post just so I can follow up with a tell me please because you got me on the cliffhanger here. Yeah.
That was a member of the cast of Empire.
Okay.
He had some very interesting things to say about that woman you just asked me about.
Oh, hey, goddamn! All right. Okay, we're taking the long road to the answer. I appreciate it. Okay, we're building a stage. I like it. We're Tolkien in this. All right. So
that's the first time anybody's heard that.
There we go. Exclusive. If the channel is gone tomorrow, everyone, you will know why. Some things are too exclusive. But can you elaborate a little bit more on it? Because
all right now, Oprah, don't nuke me, please, Oprah, don't nuke me.
Just
Oprah Winfrey has been tied to so many awful people.
Yeah.
And the things that she's done throughout the years have only been in service to certain people. She called herself a friend to Luther Vandross, and the way she exploited him at the end of his life. But she's also friends with Clive Davis. Clive Davis was managing Luther Vandross, just like he managed Janis Joplin, just like he managed Whitney Houston. You know, Oprah, when she first did that hit piece on Monique, it was terrible. And then to watch the way Lee Daniels, Oprah, and Tyler Perry created an alliance that has done nothing but keep African American artists working for bottom pay and bottom tier while still putting out Oscar winning and award winning content.
Yeah, I
So
think
she's the devil.
well, there we go. Okay, because that's kind of where we were all at with it. And
That
you know,
young man that I was speaking to actually referred to her later in that conversation as the Black Ghislaine Maxwell.
that isn't that. I mean, that's not the title you want. I'm just going to say, like, I'm just saying that's not a good one. But that's kind of where we were all at. If I'm being honest with you, Jaguar. And
I'm still not understanding how Ghislaine made it to jail and Naomi Campbell didn't.
listen, I don't know much about Naomi Campbell, but when you look at that woman,
I'll know her better than I should. I can tell you what her lady parts look like.
Listen,
and she showed me.
Listen, Jaguar. Okay, as much as I'd like to delve into that conversation, when I look at her,
you don't want to delve into that Pandora's
when I look at her, she's got this face, Jaguar, that is like one of those people that we were talking about before we started, incapable of love. She has this, and this is not allegedly, this is my opinion. When I look at this woman's face, she has a real level of darkness. And if no one else was around, she looks like she'd flay you for fun. Yeah. Okay. Like that is what I get from her. And it's spooky, man. It really is.
It's very spooky.
Yeah. I mean, that's understatement.
And yet it's so widely accepted as normal.
Yeah.
Like, why is nobody holding Oprah's feet to the fire about her relationship with Gayle? After all of these years, it's silly. In this day and age, anyone who is alternative lifestyle, part of the LGBTQIA plus community,
yeah,
if you're still lying about it now, it's just because you like lying. Nobody cares who you love anymore. Love who you want.
Yep, I agree. Consensually, 100%.
You know, a lot of people have issues with me. They say I'm polarizing. They say I'm contradictory. They say I'm hypocritical. They say, how can you believe in God and you can support the homosexual agenda? And how can you say that you're a Christian and you're bisexual and whoopty-whoopty? And it's funny because they have this thing called the Bible.
Yeah.
And it says all kinds of real things that people skip over. Like you're supposed to love everyone as yourself, no matter who they are.
Yeah.
See, if we all followed that, there would be no crime. There would be no trafficking. You wouldn't be able to hurt a child because you would see your child when you look at that child, but there's a disassociation. And me and Jonathan Hay got into that briefly when we were talking for the first time at Real Life about how even though they all knew that Rihanna was a teenager, they were trained to not look at her as a teenager. They were trained to look at her as marketing her as an adult. They were trained to see, and that was their job.
Yeah.
It's systematic dehumanization, turning a human being into a widget so you don't have to feel bad for what you do to it. And that's what industrializing art has done. And now everything is art, even cruelty.
Was Jamie Foxx talking about, did he having something to do with his?
Okay, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. But first, I want to address what she said in this clip right here. Oh, it was a lot. Okay, so first off, one, we got Jussie Smollett starting off the Oprah exposal, and while I'm all for teaming up against the big corporation, I don't know if I want Jussie Smollett on my side, because at the end of the day, I don't know if Jaguar Wright is lying. I don't know, but I do know that nigga Jussie Smollett is a fucking liar. He's a liar, okay? Nobody goes to Subway at 2 a.m. that's rich. No one. You can make your own fucking sandwich at home. Who does that? and races in Chicago at 2 a.m. like, come on. Let's be honest. He was lying. They found him guilty for lying, whatever. Okay. But, you know, he probably does have some ins and some outs and knows some things about some things that's going on with Oprah because he was on Empire, and that's connected to Lee Daniels, and Lee Daniels is very connected to Oprah. I loved Empire while it was on. Shout out to Taraji P. Henson and Terrence Howard and everybody who made that show what it was. I fucked with it. But, you know, I just wouldn't believe Jussie Smollett. Like, I don't know if you know, she doesn't want to. Right now, her credibility matters just because it's her speaking. She doesn't want to hurt that by bringing somebody else in on it, like Jussie Smollett. Like, just leave him out of it. Look, he might have stories, he might have things to say, but, you know, him calling Oprah the Black Ghislaine Maxwell, if you don't know who that is, that's what's his name? Epstein's. That was the woman that was helping Epstein traffic the woman to Epstein Island. So he's calling her that. I don't look. Like I said, we at I Am Savvy Mike TV are just listening and commentating and criticizing. But then she goes on to talk about Oprah's relationship with Gayle, and I'm like, well, Gayle has benefited from that. She does great not great, but she does interviews, and she sits down with celebrities. She sat down with R. Kelly and exposed them. So Gayle King, like, she built a name off of being Oprah's friend. So I don't think it's nothing wrong there. But is Oprah this bad person that Jaguar Wright saying it? She is. I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. Look, at this point, we're just trying to find out who's next. At this point, we're just trying to find out who's next and what clues we can get to seeing who might be next. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say who it might be because I don't know. But, you know, we keep listening to Jaguar, right? She might give us some clues into what's going on. But yeah, talking to Jussie Smollett, just wouldn't believe that. Yeah, Mr. Enigma, I'm actually going to put this interview, I'll put the full link to it in the description of this video, or the one I do for it. So that way you can go. If not, just type in Atwood Unleashed and you should be able to find it. Atwood Unleashed, like ATTWOOD Unleashed. You can't really see it on that screen. I'm kind of can tell, but it's right there. But anyways, so she did have some things to say about Jamie Foxx. And then it was this phone call that was played during the interview. It was this phone call that was fucking played, and it sounded like Diddy AI. And then Buddy says it's AI Diddy, but he says it's AI Diddy releasing a phone call of how he feels. I don't know why Diddy would go through all them measures to tell the world how he feeling at the moment and expose Jay-Z talking about why isn't Jay-Z calling. Look, y'all don't need to hear that. That's fake. That's fake. I can tell y'all right now, that's fake. That's not real. This nigga Diddy's in a 23-1 right now. He can't talk to nobody. Only person Diddy can talk to right now is his fucking lawyers. That's it. He can't talk to anybody else. He can't get on the phone with no one. So yeah. Yeah. Anyways, so let's see what she had. She had some interesting things to say about Jamie Foxx that I found rather interesting. Let's see what that is.
Even cruelty.
Was Jamie Foxx talking about, Diddy having something to do with his, going into a coma. And the rumor that I'd heard, and, I hate to repeat things that you hear online, and there's really no way for me to vet these things. I'm not in this industry, nor have I ever been. So it's hard. But one thing that I heard was Fox was gifted a watch from Puffy. And after he got that watch, somehow or another, what was on that watch got into his skin or something along those lines and made him sick.
He was poisoned.
Yes, poison. Yes. So I heard that like 6 months ago, way before this comes out. Whether it really was a watch, whether it was, who knows what.
Do you know who I wish would say something?
Who?
Breon. I don't see why Breon hasn't said anything. All these years with Jamie, and you're just quiet, Breon. Why? See, Breon is Jamie Foxx's personal manager. He pretty much worked as his personal slave for the better part of 20 years. I remember when Breon started working with Jamie. I remember when he got the job See, that was when he stopped managing Groove Theory, which I was about to become a member of. Breon used to manage me.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when he got the job with Jamie, and I knew why he got it. He didn't mind making sure that those almost a woman's kind of women made it to his dressing room quietly.
Mm.
You know, Jamie Foxx has been doing a lot of stuff for a long time.
I think
Terrell, Texas is known for one thing for sure: steers and queers. But what I love is how we want to play victim after we've watched so many people be victimized.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie has his own sense to atone for. He's been a gatekeeper, and he's been a fluffer for the devil for quite some time. And I don't even know why he's looking for sympathy. He sat there on the foxhole himself, and he said it on his own radio show. I've been sold my soul to the devil. I know I'm going to hell. I guess you just weren't ready to leave yet. Because the truth is, you should have been went to the feds. You know how many lives you could have saved rather than worrying about saving your position in the Schluminati?
Not the Schluminati. Make it sound like a weird, a weird thing. It is a weird thing if it is real, the Illuminati at least. Was Jamie Foxx poisoned by his manager? I don't know. I don't even know if that's what she meant to say right there. I don't even know what she was trying to say. But she said Jamie Foxx might have been poisoned, and that's why he was hospitalized. So, you know, we get a little bit more answers to things we had questions about when it comes to Jaguar Wright. And if she's right, well, I mean, her name is Jaguar Wright, so she might be right. But she might not. At the end of the day, this is all alleged.